We're going to get more analysis on this now with Thembisa Fakude in Johannesburg. He's a senior research fellow with Africa-Asia Dialogues. Thembisa, always good to have you on the program. So this summit is being seen by many around the world as, in some ways, a challenge to the global north. But realistically, while Russia and China have more animosity, possibly with the West, South Africa, Brazil and India have close ties to Europe and North America, especially when it comes to trade and the economy. So there's a fine line for those countries to walk here, isn't it?
Oh, yes, indeed. And I think South Africa, being the host, is going to try very hard to make it easy for Brics membership and to, by and large, try and maintain that relationship that you're talking about. Notwithstanding, as you correctly say, that Russia and China have a tense relationship both with the US and Europe, but South Africa will try through this meeting to try and mend defenses, but importantly also to allay fears that Brics is not really an enemy of the West and the US.
There are also many other countries that are actually wanting to join BRIC. I understand there are at least 40 who are interested, about 23 have applied. Those include Saudi Arabia, Nigeria and Iran. But would a bigger BRICS be a better thing?
Well, I think so. I mean, currently it's 42% of the global population member of BRICS. They're quite big economies. So I think the BRICS as it stands, they are looking at adding much more economic global powerhouses, countries such as Saudi Arabia. If they do join, they will certainly add towards the significance of BRICS, at least economically.
But would that possibly scare the West in any way, that you've got countries like Saudi Arabia and Iran joining a group like BRICS that has Russia and China and India in it?
No, I don't think it will scare the Western Europe. But I mean, if we remember, BRICS was started as an economic bloc. It has since morphed into a political hub. So I think with this addition of these countries, it will be much better and they will have a much more bigger muscle moving forward.
And Thembisa, some of the BRICS countries have their own issues. If you look at China and India, especially what happens on their border when it comes to security, do such internal differences limit what the group can achieve?
Yes, I think so. I think the geopolitics reality of these countries will certainly limit how BRICS move forward. And I think the countries such as South Africa are very aware of that. Hence, their continual attempt to try and allay fears and play it both ways. So you have South Africa and India, for example, that continues to work towards the relationship with the West, but at the same time, it's also trying to allay fears that BRICS is not there to, is there to be a competitor, but it's not an enemy, as I've already said.
Okay, Thembisa Fakude, I appreciate your analysis. Thank you for that.